listening to Wookie Leaks Radio. Beat I Can't Release Mixtape Volume 1.
Keep on rocking me, baby. Keep on rocking me, baby. Keep on rocking me, baby. Keep on rocking me, baby.
Seems like everything's working. Except the live chat isn't popping up. There it is. Let's go. Success. Shout out to Wookie, W-U-K-I, Wookie on YouTube. Check him out. This is his Beats I Can't Release mixtape, and it is fire. Check it out. I'm gonna put that link in the video description. Please don't strike us. Please don't send us a copyright takedown, Wookie. Oh, it's fire. Settle in, boys. Hit the like, subscribes. Hype it up. We're going live in just a minute. Here we go. Here we go.
I Can't Release Mixtape Volume 1. Here we go. Here we go. Yo, I'm digging this new beat. I just found it earlier today. Still love Grizz. Shout out to Wookie.
Hopefully I'm saying it right. Beats I Can't Release Mixtape Volume 1. Links in the video description below. Let me know if the audio is okay. It sounds a little loud to me in my headphones. Check him out, guys. Go subscribe to him on YouTube. Watch this. Right there. That's what you got to do. Shout out to him. Give me a sec here. YouTube allowed us to go live. Thank God. We had all kinds of issues. All kinds of... I'll be real. All kinds of issues when we tried to go live on Monday. But it seems that we have fixed it. There we are. Subscriber count down in the bottom. 193,456,000 subscribers. And you could be the next one. Go ahead. Hit the button. Subscribe right now. Hit like. Join us. It's Wednesday. This market sucks, but we're here anyway. We're here anyway. We're going to look into everything you're looking at. Bitcoin having not a great day today. Looking for some news, something that's a catalyst here. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. We'll find out. Feel free to let me know in the live chat who's here today. Volume's perfect. Thank you, Steve-O. Appreciate you, bro. Where is Pickle? It's a good question. Ace of Hearts. That's true. We do have one of the largest solar storms, I believe, in 20 years. Potentially looking to knock out some electronics. Maybe Amazon Web Services goes down, aka all of Ethereum. The entire Ethereum network will go down if Amazon goes down. Largely everything proof of stake in crypto may be going down on the solar storm. We'll find out. Good news, the McRib is coming back here. McDonald's does not pay me though. If they'd like to, you know where to find me, McDonald's. The McRib is returning. Is there a correlation with the McRib coming back and things going up? I want to believe it. I need some of that hopium. Either way, it's going to be delicious because the McRib's pretty good. Let's be real. Hopefully it saves us. Pump our bags, McRib. Please and thank you. What do we got for Bitcoin, man? Another red day. This market truly sucks. It truly sucks. I did tweet today. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you should, at Tom Crown Crypto. That may be changing to at Tom Crown thanks to X Handles. X Handles doesn't pay me either, but feel free to help me out there, X Handles, and get that approved just because I'm mentioning you and chilling you. Follow me there because I placed a little position here, a little cheeky. You know, I don't know why I'm doing it on this. I have the chart somewhere. Placed a little position, tweeted it in real time. Felt cute. Might go long here. I did take the long. The long from Monday, I stopped out. We got a little wreck there. I am happy that we waited. What did we do? We waited. Hold on, we got too many screens. We did wait. On Monday, we had a nice little rally to 107. We looked down at the 104 area to go long. I just didn't like the vibe of that long. I closed it and reopened down here at 1013. I have so many tabs, man. I need more screens. How many screens can I have? Can somebody help me? I did open it. Here we go. I found it. That trade down 1% on 10x. So it's all right. Down $4. It's not a huge trade, but it is what it is. I did open it. Stop loss. I'm looking at about 99.1, 99.2. Maybe a little lower. I didn't put that much thought into the stop. Really, for me, the logic here was pretty simple. Daily time frame. Obviously, this is ugly. Awful rejection wick this morning. We had traded up to 1052, sold off, broke the daily open, and continued lower. But on the day here, we do see a rather tested support. We don't like supports tested when we're going long, but I thought this was a kind of cheeky trade. Basically, just back to yesterday's open, Tuesday's open, 106. Stop loss below our lows here. Take profit at 106. Kind of a cheeky play. We'll look into it more as we continue today. But I do have that live and open. You can see daily support down here. Tested many, many times. That has weakened it. And so maybe not the highest probability trade, but at this point I was just bored. This market is really, it's testing us. It's testing our every aspect. It's testing how much bearishness we can take, how much boredom we can take. Coin glass, how much fear, right? What's going on over here on fear and greed? Fear and greed down at 23. Very spooky times. Very spooky times, man. Actually, let's look at this whole year really quick, just in in a bubble. Let's just look at the year. That's 2019. That's way more than a year. Here we go. January, we have spent the majority of this year in fear. Isn't that weird? We've been basically at all-time highs all year. Roughly above just 100K all year, and we have spent almost all of it being spooky. The amount of days that we have had even a little greed seems very few. Getting rid of this, there we go. Seems very few. Now we can see up here from the historical averages that about a quarter of the days are spent in greed, 5% in extreme greed, so like 1 in 3, a little bit less than 1 in 3 typically in greed. And that, man, I don't think that happened this year. I want to say this is like 20-25% max. Still spooky. In fact, what do we got here? Zoom in. The last 2 months, complete fear. Yet price really hasn't gone anywhere. We have broken lower than October 10th. Felt bad, but not a lot really happened. This market is determined to make us just get bored. Be bored, walk away, do something else. It's trying to get us to look away. We're not going to do that here. This isn't our first bull run. It won't be our first bear market whenever it comes. I think technically it'll be our third bear market because we started in 19 in the bear market. Then we were here through 22, 23, obviously. And then whenever it comes around again, whether it's 2026 or later, that'll be number 3. Holy shit, time flies. When I started this channel, man, I never imagined that we would come this far. I appreciate each and every single one of you out there supporting, tuning in each day, even when things are not so spicy. You're keeping it alive. You're keeping the dream alive for everybody. Oh, I love this track, dude. I've been sad because I listened to Grizz so much that I was like, I don't know, I can't keep listening to it. I got sad. And then I found this morning. I don't know who 𝐂𝐚 is, but this is appreciated. Thank you for releasing your beats that you can't release. Death Cross on schedule. On schedule, on track. On Monday. Calling for a test of 110. Looking to back test that 200-day. We're going the wrong way. We're moving the wrong way. But the farther down price closes, the faster we will see this 50 daily moving average be pulled down. Meaning the sooner we will see the Death Cross, my supervillain name, on the day. Running through really briefly, these have marked the bottom every single year for the entire bull run. This does kind of define itself outside of that by being the second Death Cross in 2025. At this point, it seems like it is all but going to happen. There is a very outlier possibility. Price would move up a lot where maybe this doesn't happen, but I'm not sold. I think at this point it's locked in. Yeah, at this point I think it's locked in. Let's look at CMEs here quick. Hold up. CME has been interesting, obviously in many ways, people paying attention to the gaps or whatever. It's been interesting in other ways though. We've talked about this. I haven't heard anyone else talk about it. When it comes to this 5200 daily cross, CME has behaved similarly but distinctly and importantly different than spot. It actually hasn't crossed. I know, it's crazy. There's been no death crosses on CME. This is really just Bitcoin spot minus weekend trading. And it's interesting that when this happens, we don't get those death crosses. In 23, it came very close, a bullish kissing, I call it, before reversing. Same thing happened in 24. Very close. This one, man, like with $0 to spare, very, very close, but did not cross. And then interesting. Obviously, we didn't cross again this year, but this one was much farther away. Here we are again. It kind of does look different. You can see this is a much more rounded top with the 50 moving average here, but holds on to hope. It either holds on to hope that we're going to continue up, or if we do see CME have a death cross, it's probably going to be a bear signal, right? Does that make sense? That makes sense. Spot keeps doing it. CME has not. If CME comes in and completes its first death cross of the bull cycle, probably a bear signal. Something to keep an eye on. This is going to take a lot longer. As you can see, price is pulling down the 50 slower. The 200 is almost sideways. If we don't see like a big sell-off, if price stays where it is roughly going forward for however amount of time. This cross actually won't complete until January, which is very interesting. That's very interesting. If CME didn't death cross until January of next year, and that was a bear signal, that would line up with the 4-year cycle. That would be something. I guess the good news is we have filled the gap at the 200. That's behind us. The only gaps that remain, I know many people are looking at the 97,000 area for a sell-off, for a bounce. That's logical. It's a logical place to look. If we break our lows of 99.3 here in November, 97, you might even look as low as 92. We do have a gap down here as well. On the upside, 116, 117 remains above us. Whew. Man. Can we just pick a direction? Like at this point, just pick a direction, bro. I don't even care. I don't even care at this point. Just go up or down. The supermoon has betrayed us. The supermoon. F you, supermoon. Sing the songs just like she's singing. Hold up. Rush this. I have to make sure autoplay isn't on. And now there's just like no autoplay option. YouTube, you change this thing every day. All right, I'll have to keep an eye on it. Anybody else notice that YouTube changes like every day? Every single day, it's just like a different format, a different UI. I don't know. It's confusing to me. Where was I? CME? Yeah, that's actually really interesting. I just kind of worked this out live with you guys for the first time. I'll be spending more time thinking about this, digesting this. The CME's coming for it. Bitcoin long is here. That's what I said. No change there. XRP. I want to call myself out here. On Monday, someone was talking about XRP short, and I was like, I don't know about that. I was talking low time frame, but you know, I think that aged poorly here. We had this going on. It looked strong. We did get a break of that high, I'll admit. But if you kept that short, well done. Great example, guys. I'm just a dude. Just a dude on the internet. Been charting trading live for almost 7 years. I get it wrong sometimes. Anybody who says they never get it wrong, honestly, anybody who even pretends that they're right more than like 50, 60% of the time is full of shit. Let's be real. Markets are largely random, but hey, congrats to you. Remember, I don't know who it was, but congrats. You're right. Hopefully hold on to that. You're in profit. Well done. Well done. Stocks are sideways. Rebounding. I think stocks look good, honestly. At least to 6,957. This has been our target since June of this year, and it's just aging very well. It's aging incredibly well. Looking for about a 12% move from the break in June. I think we can see this by the end of the year. I don't know how I feel about it breaking in December, maybe. We'll see. Likely to be a place of profit taking, though. Mark that down. Mark that down. Everything's possible through the grace of God. Mark that one down. So sunny. Gold is actually stealing the show, and yes, I'm going to get to the chat in just a minute. Let me just pull up these charts and look at them for a sec. Gold showing strength yet again. The 5,000 gold by end of year call. Still printing. Holy moly. After a rather intense pullback, not really, of 22 days. It was kind of the first breather gold's taken where it actually moved down. Now back to 4,200. All-time high sitting at 4,381, and man, I wouldn't be surprised to see that hit this year, or I wouldn't be surprised to see that hit this month. With how gold's been moving, it could happen much sooner. It could be like this week. Who knows? Let's go. Zach. People want to look at Zach. Zach chilling. Zach being the golden boy over the last few weeks. Everybody putting their hope in it. It's been wild. A great time. I'm going to talk a little shit for a moment here. Great time to go over this concept in crypto that I talk about. Maybe not enough. Coins. All right, wait. How do I start this? When things run, people find a narrative for it. When stuff goes up, people do mental gymnastics to explain why. narrative, technology, privacy, whatever it is. By the time you hear these narratives, it's maybe not over, although oftentimes it is, but the opportunity is typically gone, okay? 𝐒𝐚 is such a good example of this. Now, I still have take profits set at 900. I still think there's a reasonable chance of them hitting. I'm not doom talking about it, but this is something in crypto that we see so often. Before, let's say September, realistically October, but before September, nobody cared about the privacy. Nobody cared about the technology. Nobody cared about any of these things. In fact, people hated 𝐒𝐚. It is going to be incredibly hard to find anyone who had anything positive to say about this coin before September of this year. Like, it's insane to me how many people are like, yeah, all behind it, it's a new Bitcoin. Which is, as soon as you hear something is the new Bitcoin, you know that's bad. Stay away. But like, just no one. All of a sudden, number go up. People have all these good things to say. Just be aware of this. Just be aware. I still think 𝐒𝐚 has more upside to go this year, but it is just so common to see this happen. And then the minute you get red, all those people start being, oh, it's in, now it's over, blah, blah. Just be careful. You can learn to identify that energy and kind of that vibe in this space, and you can become a better trader just by that. Just by being able to pick out of kind of all the noise. Like, this is this irrational exuberance that I've seen over and over and over again. I'm so used to it. Just second nature to me now. Second nature to me now, but okay, going back. Just be careful. Don't get wrecked. 𝐒𝐚 with its little pullback here, for all the doom posting I've seen already, I don't know, this doesn't look too bad. Back to the 20-day, not a big deal. We can see below at 400, 393, this was our previous take profit. It's our previous take profit target, 2021's high. Just above it. I still think that this is a decent place to look. If you're looking for a position, I will say, for one, congrats, because you managed to not buy the top. It is now 36% down. If you were looking to buy this now, good job. Most of the people that are talking about it bought it at the top over here. You bought it 30%, almost 40% cheaper. That's good shit. I think there's a trade to be made here down in the 400, 393, 400 area. It gets a little bit more sketchy if you return to here, only because the day had multiple tests. This could start looking toppy if price loses 400. Be careful. So the stop loss is going to be important there. But I think this trade could still be done. Targeting just back to our recent high resistance, like 650. That is a 64% upside. This is the crazy part about these big explosive moves, is on the chart it looks tiny. Doesn't even look like much, but that's a 64% move. That's huge. It's massive. Targeting the all-time high. I'll call it the all-time high. 124 or 129%, over a 2x. I think it's possible. I don't know if it's reasonable. I don't know if it's reasonable to expect this trade to work, especially on leverage. I think the spot it'll be much more successful. But I don't hate this trade. 𝐒𝐚 got very heated. It still is, but it got very heated. We saw, I'll say, some euphoria, not really peak euphoria, but how fast the sentiment has simmered on this as it pulls back to a previous resistance to test it as support. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I think there's a trade here. Bull div on the day. Yeah. Now I gotta find other stuff that'll make me think I'm right. Yeah. Let's just find what we want to find. I think there's still opportunity there. Possible. But no matter what you do, no matter like what your choice is here, the largest part of the rally is likely over. In 2 months, you moved 1,000%. You 10x'd. Anything that is taken, in my opinion, from here is a short-term position, is a scalp. I don't think, personally, I would never be buying up here spot, being like, I'm going to hold forever. I think that that's rough. The odds of 𝐒𝐚 revisiting its lows in the future, pretty much no matter what, are pretty good. They're pretty good. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying $16, but I don't know, man, like 40, 50 bucks. You can see a big rally and into a bear market come right back down here, or at least under 100. maybe you continue the next bull cycle, you go higher, whatever. But the odds that it never trades lower than these candles is very low. And if that's the case, well, you can't catch every train. That's really the harsh reality. Not every train can be caught. Sometimes when you miss it, you gotta just look for another one. Is what it is. We like to party. Dude, this mix is fire. Shout out to this dude. Let's give it to this dude. Go subscribe to him. Wookie Beats. There he is. Wookie. I'm subscribed. You should subscribe too. Let's pull up the chat. I've been freestyling for a bit. Got so many freaking tabs, man. Ethereum long still up. Dude, I really want to close it. But I'm too greedy. Opened this live, it printed. I'm greedy, man. It's up 2K. We closed 4K almost. It's like 6K, but dude, if this goes, here's the greed. Learn from this. I'm just a person. I get it wrong. Learn from this. Like, it's like if it goes to 5,000 again, there's another, it's 12,000. It's not gonna change my life, but it's still solid. If we see 6,000, 17K, 7,000, whoa. 23, what about 10? Never do this. This is so bad for you. 45K if it goes 10,000. Maybe I should just close it. 45K would be great, but like, I don't know. That also doesn't change my life. And the odds of that seem low. This chart just looks like shit, and so does everything else. It's hard to want to hold along. In fact, I would argue, bad time to be in leverage. Maybe that will age poorly because maybe it's about to do something and you would have made bleh. But like, this has been a shit time for leverage positions, man. So much sideways chop movement. Funding alone just eats up your position. And then you get tiny moves. You don't even get like big breakout moves that would like print you. I don't know. All right, let me reload the chat. Let me reload it, see who's here. Sorry if you said anything up until this point. I did not see it. I didn't see it. I did see that 𝐂𝐴𝐺 subscribed. SHHD super chat. How does Circle crush earnings and then proceed to crash? I don't know if you were even asking me to open it, but probably because it IPO'd and went nuts. It was like the only IPO I ever saw that went up. Yeah, dude. Because it's going back. I wonder what its like original price was. It's going back to $64 probably. It failed the bounce here. Damn. I remember when I was calling for 125 and it actually felt overly bearish. I was like, dude, maybe I'm being too bearish. Let's clean this up. It was not. I was at the gym, man. There it is, my neck's stiff. Thought I was being too bearish, but nope. I think this is just another time where my belief is reinforced that IPOs are just a scam. I don't get it. I don't get why people will invest in IPOs. I don't understand. It seems like every single IPO ever, sometimes they'll go up in the very beginning, but then they just all go down. They just bleed forever. I know there is some kind of lockup period. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was 90 days. Maybe that's just you and me. Maybe the big boys don't play that way. I remember saying something about, I bet by the, it's like, it's going up now, but by the time people can actually dump, by the lockout period ending, guaranteed we won't be at all-time highs. And there we are. Down from all-time highs. You actually kind of, this is crazy, dude. SCHHD, if you're still here. This is actually a cool chart, and I appreciate you bringing this up today. You could only have bought one day. There's only one day of all of this trading that you could have bought and been in the green still. And you would have to like bought right in the beginning. Like that's probably like the first hour of trading, right? Maybe not even. Okay, there were 4 hours total. 4 total hours that you could be in profit here after buying. Crazy. But you said they announced earnings and they went down. Here is like this is what I think. And it really kind of relates to altcoins. Maybe altcoins are like the same thing, right? In reality, what's happening? You IPO and just like investors and founders have liquidity to sell. That's probably why they always go down. But what happens, especially when they move up, is they just get so crazily overvalued versus the people holding the supply, meaning the founders, the early investors, whatever, is so overvalued that it just cannot sustain. Cannot sustain. As it goes down from the highs, those founders, early investors, take more profit. They see it start to get threatening. They take more profit. And like they're just getting their bags out. I'm sure there are vesting periods and rules and different shit like that. But overall, they get so overvalued and then they come back down to reality. And typically what I've seen is that happens like after they break their opening prices. $64. That's shit. Everyone's getting wrecked, dude. What is even going up? Is it just Google? Like, is it just like Google and Amazon? The gay man? It's no longer Fang. You guys know that, right? Now it's gay man. Gay man. Oh, gay man. Stocks? Let me just find this picture. Gay man stocks. Would not recommend. There it is. Would not recommend Googling that, by the way. My safe search was on, thankfully. Where is it here? Yeah, the gay man. Google, Amazon, Yahoo, Meta, Apple, Nvidia. There you go. It's no longer Fang. It's gay man. Are those the only things going up? Like, this is wild. You know, when we were looking at Circle, I was also looking at Reddit. Did Reddit get crushed too? Definitely a different chart. No. This is one of the only IPOs I've ever seen that continued up. Period. I'm not sure why. I don't know the mechanics. IPOs are absolutely not my area of expertise. In fact, there's probably many people in the chat right now that know much more about it than I do. This wasn't bad. I remember though, we were looking at Circle, it was doing well, and I was watching Reddit, and I was like, I bet this has a nice run. Broke all-time high in September. Kind of looks like, what, 150? We called this bounce pretty solid. Let's try this. Something like that. Fill the gap. This is looking like the 0.5, maybe 618's down here. Get. 0.5, look at that. Mastery. 150, 130. You can maybe like a laddered, layered position would work there. Get you. Okay, we got plenty of time in this. I don't have a way to take this trade, but if I did, I might take it. Okay. You need to start a gay man channel, Crypto Steve-O. You probably get more views than I do. You start a gay man channel, probably get a lot more views than me. Gigabob. Long, still alive, but has not changed. This was on the thumbnail. Literally, this was the thumbnail. And literally, it's still just right here. It hasn't moved. Yeesh. Lollipop. What's up, Pickle? There he is. Pickle has joined us. We were worried about you, Pickle. We were worried, brother. Okay, I actually have to do one thing. Here it is. Pinned to the top of the chat. The sponsor. The sponsor of this stream today, Meta Signals. We worked with them in the past. They're good dudes. Eric Crown, Crypto Zombie. It's good stuff. They were our sponsor for a long time, but what they're doing now is another push, a last push, I believe. What did he tell me? I probably should have read this better. He says that this is the chance for lifetime access. They do sell an NFT that is lifetime access, and I believe you only have until the 15th, which is like 3 days. 3 days. It's good stuff. The signals are great. Great technology behind it. Check it out. Go grab them. Eat up those remaining NFTs. Get those lifetime accesses. There we are. I have to give them 30 seconds. They're good dudes. They're good dudes. It's a good product. It's absolutely on the higher price range end, but that's how good things are. You know, you buy something cheap, it's not usually good. Worked with them before. Trustworthy guys. Appreciate them. Shout out to them. You only have 3 days left. Maybe I didn't realize that. I probably, I'll have to talk to them. If I realized there was only 3 days, I might have like not agreed to do this. But anyway, check it out. Links pinned to the top of the chat. It's in the video description. I'll put it in the chat one more time. There we go, done. Crypto Zombie, yeah, love Zombie. My heart goes out to Crypto Zombie. He's, I'm not, I won't share anything, but proud of him. He's doing good, and he's, he like all of us, he's gone through some stuff in life that isn't easy. So, shout out to him. Send all of our good thoughts and prayers to him. And now, if you're in the chat today, let me know. Put something in the chat. Today's crypto price action is so friggin' lame, 45%. I think that is correct. There is about a 0.25% chance that we all collectively died in the last year, and this is hell. I think that is a based response. 16% of us think it's awesome, and I want those people to pass me whatever they're smoking because I'm way too sober for this. Thank you for putting something in the chat. Thank you, Bob. Esp Element. I see you commenting on Twitter all the time, Esp Element. I appreciate you. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm doing a little push on Twitter to try to grow that social. What's up, 600 Goa? I see you, man. Ama Damn Jod. Did I pronounce that right? You're here all the time, bro. I want to pronounce your name right. Let me know how to do it. Mr. Cares. Let me know how to say it. Welcome back. Good to see you. OBSY, my guy. Based Bailey. Bajorn81. Bob Strick. Brother Nature Joe. By the way, if you put a message in the live chat, I'll shout you out right now, everybody. Let me know you're here. Stop lurking for 1 second. Cactus Leo, I caught you. 𝐂𝐚𝐫𝐿 4644. Kalizo, there you are. Shout out to Sophie, the awesomest little girl out there. She's listening. Chewy63, how are you? Clever Custom Performance. Crypto Steve-O, DGen, and Cap. Espeliment again. Final Curse, Foxy. My guy, Foxy Throny. Foxy, have you tried to get the user or the tag Foxy Throny? You should get it. Crypto Knight, my guy. The only other Litecoin maxi out there. I got you. I got you, dude. Alexandra G, she's been here since the beginning. How are you, darling? Final Curse, Fury, Inferno, Hendrick, Malfresh, you've been here since the beginning. Shout out to you. Double shout out. John Doe, how are you? Johnny Crypto, back again. Kenny Mac Family, Claus Macedo, Craig Nicky, Crunk, Mike's Minded Matter. Dude, it's hard to read everything when their username tags are all in lowercase. Mirin Halovalovic, Nasty Nate 23, what's up, bro? Nicholas Perry from the beginning also. I love to see you guys were here at the start and you're still here. You've pushed through. I appreciate it. Nirvana Replica, Rock A No Reg, Shano DB, Slavic Slime, Sunny Vasty, Super Otaku Maniac. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Where did that go? Sin. What's up, bro? Sin's here. JD Club Pickle, of course. Two Wheel Crypto. Verhoofty Floofin, the best name on YouTube. Wojak, Wrath of Nimoy, and Last Gambit. Who else is here? Interesting that it puts me at the bottom and in alphabetical order here. I don't know if you see that. Interesting. If I missed you, just put something in chat. I got you. Got you. How you doing, Jamal? What's up, brother? Dark Sai. Smash the like. Yes, by the way, hit the like button. I'm not asking, I'm commanding. Hit the likes. Subscribe. Help hype up the street. Help hype it up. Always wait. What's up, Folsom Hodel? How can we see how long we've been subscribed? I actually don't know. I don't know if there's a way to do that. That'd be interesting. Some of you, many, many years. Try pronouncing it like Emad. Ahmed. Adamjad. Appreciate you, bro. Shano DB. Gifting some memberships, my dude. Appreciate it. Foxy got it. Yo, this is really weird. Did you guys notice this? Did you notice this? When you get gifted a membership, it still says your username. It still says your username. It doesn't say the tag. That's so weird. Hoagie Sandwich Craig. I'm all fresh, my guy. Congrats. More memberships will come. I'll gift out more of them throughout the month. I gifted already. I think I already gifted like 30. Who are we gonna dump? Probably. Let's go, Brother Nature. Let's go, bro. Full send. I'm full sending on this music. I'm really enjoying this. Oh, it's almost over. Only got 7 minutes. I'm really worried it's gonna autoplay into something bad. Like something that gets us the stream broken. Something gets the stream taken down.
You're listening to
Okay. What are we looking at? Where is Bajarki buried the rave? Legend has it Bajarki will return when we need him the most. LPTX is up 400% today, yes. Where is that? What is that? Bitcoin to 90K, Inti? Absolutely on the table. I'm still bullish. I just took a long. I'm still bullish. I think we're going higher, but bro, especially right now, this looks bad. This is gross. This is gross price action. Hit 107, liquidated James Wynn. Took James Wynn out. No other reason to go up now. We took him out, sniped. Price falls back down, higher low, rejects at a lower high and breaks it. Like, this looks bad. This looks ugly. I tweeted earlier. I tweeted this morning when it was like 102. I was like, this looks like shit, basically. And it just went down. It went down from the moment after. It just kept going. Honey sandwich. Where's Matt Damon? We need Matt Damon. I agree. When Carl Moon show emote? Do we need a Carl the Moon show emote? We could. Should we? What would we use it for? LPTX. Only because you're here all the time. I don't know what LPTX is, my friend, but it has like 30 grand liquidity on like, I don't know, it's Solana sex. Can't look at that. Congrats if you're up 400% on it though, but like, nah, bro, I can't pull that up. That market cap's like 0. Not to toot my own horn, right? This isn't about gloating. But if we were to pull up charts that are like 100,000 market caps lower, I mean, even up, you know, I don't know where the cutoff is, but we literally could like pump them just by showing them. Like a lot of like callers out there who are like, oh, I'm the caller. They just have audiences big enough that when they show them charts, they pump. The problem is like they go up and there's no liquidity to sell them out and everybody just gets wrecked. But then they're like, oh, I called a 20x. And it's like, yeah, dude, because it was the $10,000 market cap and you showed 100,000 people that and like 2 of them bought it and it went up to like 50,000 market cap. Nobody made profit. I don't know. I said your name, Crypto Stevo. Tell your mom. Tell your mom. 11 months into the altcoin bear market. It did. I mean, yeah, not wrong. You're not wrong. I guess I could have looked at total too. You're not wrong. I don't know if you're right though. Are you wrong or right? It feels like it. You know, I'll nitpick. I'll actually here. It had an all-time high in October, so you know, like if we want to say the bear market for altcoins, it's like it started here. It started after the sell-off. You can't say that you had an all-time high during a bear market. It's kind of like defining of bear markets, bull markets, right? Definitely looks like shit, and definitely did not really go anywhere. You know, this all-time high was maybe inflation adjusted, not even an all-time high. December of last year, within 0.04 trillion, which I think is like $40 billion, which is actually nothing to laugh at. Yeah, these beats were sick. Have you guys enjoyed this? The Wookie beats he can't release. Maybe I should just replay it though. I'm worried. It's over in like 3 minutes. I don't want it to autoplay because I can already tell the next thing it's gonna autoplay will they'll not be happy. But shout out to Wookie on YouTube. Go subscribe to him. Shout him out again. This does look like shit. It does look like a sell-off bear flag, right? It's a little weird looking bear flag. It's not perfect looking. Something like this, right? You have your highs coming down, your lows technically coming up. We have seen more than a few alts though paint this exact pattern with a wick and then lower highs down here, only to rally past where they began and move even to the next resistance. So there's some hopium for alts on that front, but until morale improves, man, the beatings will continue because this is brutal. I don't know what's going on. Do you ever get the final word? Do we need a Carl the Moon emoji? Why do we need that? I'm not against it. I think that'd be funny. We'll look back on this, says Crypto Knight, and go, God damn it. You guarantee it. You know. Who knows why, but we'll say, damn it. I actually think that is a safe bet. That's a safe bet, dude. I think we will look back on this time and say, damn it. Whether it was because it was about to just run like crazy or dump like crazy, I don't know. Certainly, I'm hoping run like crazy. The Winklevoss twins launched a ZEC treasury on the stock market today, up 360%, halted. Oh, LPTX. Okay. So that is a stock. That we can look at more. When I type it into Google, LPTX is Leap Therapeutics. I don't think that's what you're talking about. Leap Therapeutics rebrands as, oh, maybe that is. Rebrands as Cypherpunk, expands leadership team. You know, let's just take a peek at this news. I looked it up on CoinGecko, and it was like some little shitter coin that clearly someone just launched because, you know, take advantage of this. Leap Therapeutics. What do we got? Gotta make sure it doesn't dox me here real quick. Pull this up. Okay, no doxing. On the day, up 420%. Blaze it. Can we get 420 likes, by the way? It's been moons since we got 420 likes. Rebrands as crypto cypherpunk technologies from one of the crappiest sources. They've taken us down. They've taken us down. The stream disconnected. Dude, we've been having mad issues with streams lately. It looks like it's all good and it's back up. But what the WTF? Tell everybody to refresh. Oh no, we're going down. This is it. This is the solar storm, I bet. Honestly, I bet that is. YouTube, I don't really feel like is against us anymore. And we had years of that where they battled us. Refresh again. It's back. This could be the solar storm we talked about in the beginning. Likely that we see things go down today. Bear confirmed. Streams down. I know. What's going on with down detector? Let's see. Okay, there it is. Amazon Web Services. We called it. We called it at the start of the stream. Or I guess it had already happened. Okay, never mind. I won't gloat. I guess that happened before the stream started, but you don't know that. Amazon Web Services down as predicted. Google Drive is down. Google Sheets is down. Twitter and X are down. We might have. Okay, so for once, it's not just me. It's not just me for once. Let me see. My Twitter is actually working fine. And the stream seems like it's working fine there. My posts haven't been getting enough engagement though today, so maybe that's it. Actually, yeah, really low amounts of engagement on these posts today. For the bangers I've been posting. Chime is down. I don't even know what Chime is, but God help us. YouTube, here we go. Video streaming submitted. Yeah, it spiked 40 minutes ago, I guess at the start. God, my neck is so tight, dude. I gotta do some, I don't know, stretches, question mark. Give me a sec. I'm just burning time while we pray that our connection is stable. Kick also down. I don't stream there. DoorDash is down. What will all the children do? They'll just go hungry, I guess. Discord, nah. OpenAI, Gemini, Amazon, Illumini. Okay. It's a cool site. I like Down Detector. It lets me rationalize why things I don't like happen. By the way, hit subscribe. We haven't had that many new subscribers today, probably because the internet's down. But if you subscribe during the live, you'll see the number down there roll over in real time. It will in real time update. Your name will pop up and I'll shout you out. And that value is priceless. There we go. Brian Starosleski. I think I pronounced that right. I'm just gonna assume I did. Be like Brian. The man. What was I doing before we got cut off? YouTube trying to take us down. Another one. Hell yeah. Subscribe. Trying to take us down, but we're back. Let them know. Refresh if the stream's frozen. There we go. Rebranded. Leap Therapeutics rebranded to Cypherpunk Technologies. What? Isn't that sentence just the strangest sentence? They're like a healthcare company, maybe therapeutics. Then just one. Now we're Cypherpunk Technologies. We're buying Zec. This comes as the company focuses on pursuing digital asset strategies by accumulating Zec, a privacy coin tied to the Zcash network. Working on deploying capital. Yeah, this has not gone well. I'm going to admit it, guys. People are talking about the XRP NFT or NFTs, XRP ETFs. Too many acronyms. They're asking me, it's supposed to be an XRP ETF soon. What's that gonna do? And it's like, I have not seen an ETF have a positive impact on price, specifically in the short term for anything so far. Mark, tell me if I'm wrong here, but not even really long term, right? The only coin that has an ETF that has hit all-time highs is Bitcoin. And even Bitcoin, with Saylor buying all this Bitcoin, and all the other companies buying all this Bitcoin, this bull run has been very muted. These things almost, I don't know if they're good. I don't know. It seems mind-boggling. It's like, it doesn't make any sense that these things wouldn't be good for price. They wouldn't be positive. Taking supply out of circulation, buying supply. When you buy supply, even if it's OTC, it doesn't directly impact the market. But when you buy OTC, you're taking off coins that likely would have been sold on the market. So that should lessen selling pressure. But it just doesn't seem to do anything. I don't know. Call me crazy. It just doesn't seem to do anything. I don't know. These companies, like I guess Gemini is doing this. That's what you guys told me. Leap Therapeutics rebranding. They make their money basically by having that stock pump, and then they just sell the shares of the stock, right? They're just capitalizing on that. It doesn't seem to matter. Like, this was November 12th, so this was literally today. We just looked at Zcash. What's it doing? Nothing. Doesn't care. Now, there's an argument you could make this argument. I think this would be valid, is possibly, and not even possibly, as close to I can guarantee this as I can say. People knew about this before today. Yeah, things don't happen overnight. In fact, maybe people knew about this back here. Maybe this company somehow, I don't know how you do the books like this, started accumulating and buying it here. And now they announce it because it takes time, right? Things don't happen overnight. Now they announce it. They're already up huge. I don't have any other explanation as to how these things can seemingly just like do the opposite of what they're supposed to. What do you think, chat? By the way, 𝐂𝐴N 𝐂𝐴 subscribe. What's up, brother? No one can buy Zcash in retirement. What? Some can get. Yeah, fair spellman. Like fair. I get that, but dude, as you're saying this, and only respect to you, no hate. This is just great for me to be able to have everybody else hear this. As you are typing this, don't you have deja vu? Don't you feel that you've done this before, that we've heard this before? Well, there's no ETF, and so, like, don't you feel like we've done this dance with other shit, and it just doesn't seem to matter? I don't know why it doesn't seem to matter. Maybe this will age badly, and maybe it will matter in the future, and we're just not there yet. I don't understand. I am at a loss as to why these things don't seem to do anything. My best guess for this one is they probably had already bought. They probably had packed up somehow, accumulated. And I'm not saying that like now it can't go up again. I think it would make sense for them even to want the price to continue up, maybe to exactly where we're looking. Maybe this juicy target, $900, where likely many people will get big monkey neuron activations and their eyes will grow twice their size, and they'll say it's going to 100,000 because Bitcoin went to 100,000, right? That makes sense for that. But it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, even if this one does, all of the other ones don't seem to do anything. And if anything, it almost seems to be like bearish. I don't get it. I don't understand. Ooh, we got some more subscribers. I didn't see their names pop up though. 193, 469. Did that go up? Yeah, that went up. We got some more subscribers. If you're new here, just say hello. Make sure you vote in the poll. Hit the like button, subscribe. There we go. We got another one. I'm curious. Should I keep this poll? No. Let's do a new one. Are you new here? No, long time watcher. 1 year plus. Let's do it this way. Newer watcher. Less than 1 year. And then we'll do like first time I've seen live. Don't watch usually. Here we go. Now let's do this scene channel before. There we go. I'm curious. Tell me, are you an OG of this channel? Are you a future OG? There we go. A future OG of this channel? You've seen it before, maybe you've never tuned in, but you've seen Tom Crown, you've seen the channel, you've seen me on other people's channels, whatever. Or first time ever tuning in, I'm curious. I'm curious because we had a bunch of subscribers just come in there, and that seems unusual. Kimono week, I hope so, bro. More poll responses than likes, dude. That's always true. I have no idea why. I don't know why. I guess people, there's like value for them. They want to see the poll, but then they don't have enough clicks left. Their mouse only has so many clicks, and so they don't have enough clicks to hit the like button or the subscribe button. Anyway, let me close this thought process with, I'm not talking shit about ZEC. ZEC is not my favorite coin, but it's also not, it's not in the bottom half. It's below Bitcoin, Monero, Litecoin. It's below those pure proof of works, but it's just like one step down. That's because there's some kind of tax. There's some kind of tax on the blocks when they're mined that go to like a treasury that funds, you know, that funds their foundation or whatever it is. It is what it is. It's not the perfect proof of work that I like, but it is also not just a pre-mined centralized piece of shit. So it is like in the top 95% of coins for me. It's not in like the legendary circle though. So I'm not talking shit about ZEC. It's just my thought process. It seems weird. About 7 hours before 98K, says the chat. Bitcoin to 25K majestic. Do it to it, man. Saw you in the YouTube comments. Do it to it, brother. I hope it works out for you. I hope the targets that everybody wants, I hope they all hit for everybody. Long time listener, first time caller. Well, welcome to the show, Crypto Sharknado. What's up, David Brum? How you doing, bro? It's not just your streams, it's every streamer. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I don't think, honestly, I don't think that likes and stuff matter as much as they used to. What's up, JN subscribing? Singularity Shrimpnado. Sharknado, do you have a brother? A little brother? Shrimpnado. Here from 2018. Let's go up and run. It's officially over, says Fabuloso Vibes. Did you put you put it in the ground? Buried it? Dr. Crypto, been watching since 19. Dude, you're an OG. I should have done like, he was like super OG, like 5+ years. I should have done 5 years, more than 5 years, like 5 to 7 years, and then 3 to 5, and like 1 to 3, and then under 1. That would have been cool. We'll do that later. Seen this channel before? You've been here a few times, Stilo. You might not remember it. Very forgettable. Also, this channel used to be run by another guy who wore darker glasses. Digital Asset, what's up, brother? 4th year being mesmerized by the Tom Crown charm. He did it, let's go. Who did what? Looks like a head and shoulder. Dude, it looks like garbage. This looks garbage. Really, what this looks like to me is garbage. It looks like the market went and liquidated James Nguyen, the #1 worst trader who always must be liquidated before the market moves. Literally happened right here. Literally happened right here. Anyway, that it rejected from there. And since that rejection and liquidation, we've seen nothing but lower highs, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Even this rally, what, like this overnight, this morning, whatever, even this rally failed to paint a higher high. It broke its low into a lower low. I mean, this is a downtrend on the lower time frames, on the small time frames. Then you zoom in, you get real intimate, and you zoom in here. And what does this look like? I just inverted the chart. That's not what I want to see. You have 101.3, our daily support, tested multiple times here today. It's already been tested on many other days. You have your lows coming up, and there you go. Literally as I'm talking about it, Bitcoin's like, that's all I needed, buddy. I just needed the go ahead. Why do I have this trade here? I was feeling frisky. I probably will close it early. Where are we at? New hourly just started. Yuck. 4 hours, 52 minutes to go. You know what? I'll just cook it. Hold up. I'm getting chopped. Getting chopped up. This market sucks. What do you think? What do you guys think? I'm gonna evaluate your response. Should I just close this? Do you think I should move this stop? Here's my thoughts. I can close it. I can move the stop up to just underneath this wick, or I can let it go. If you want me to close it now, put a 1 in chat. If you want me to move the stop up, put a 2 in chat. If you want me to just let it go, no balls, 3 in chat. Let's see. Curious. Close that shit, says Last Gambit. I kind of agree. Broski, why am I wearing a wife beater? I always thought rednecks like you. Oh, I'm a redneck, dude. That's the first time I've called a redneck. We're crypto bros. I always thought rednecks like you were crypto bros. What? That is a brand new sentence. Until you went to Vegas Bitcoin 25. I've never in my life, I don't think anyone has ever in their life seen that sentence. That sentence is screenshot worthy. What is this? What even is that? Anyway, close this shit. Stop up to, all right, we have 1, 2, 2. Hold up. 3, 3, 1, 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Add more to it, Patty. I didn't even add that in there. 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. All right, the 2s and 3s are winning though. Touch grass, motherfucker. That's right, One House. You tell him. Rocket. Win added to a short this morning. Oh, then we're going up. I'm leaving it open. 2s and 3s are winning. I think we'll do 2 and 3. We'll do 2 and 3. I will move it up a little, perhaps, but I'll let it roll. Jesus, take the wheel. What are the numbers again, Juan? I don't even remember. It was like 1 to just close it now. 2 was to move the 2 to move the stop loss up, and 3 was to just let it go. Literally was explaining why this looks so bad on low time frame. Lows were coming up. These are actually the highs, though. I have the chart inverted. Highs were coming down. This daily support tested over and over again. Just got pierced. Yeah. I was explaining why it's so ugly. I do like the wick here. That is the only reason. I think I'm not going to move. I'm not going to move on this. This wick is not bad. Are we going to go fill it, though? Make me look stupid. Make me look like a redneck. A redneck at that Bitcoin conference. Redneck crypto bro. Bro, what an awesome... I think I might tweet that. I might make a tweet of that today. Rednecks. You always thought rednecks were crypto bros. Every day, something new. You guys never fail. Never fail to surprise me. Keep it fresh. It's a fake out Greek. It could be. What's up, DOS Peach? Nearly 69% of viewers are long-time viewers. Yeah, that adds up. That adds up to the analytics. When things get like crazy and fun and exciting, October 10th, October 6th, when we were rallying, when things get exciting, the new viewership kind of bumps up to like 20-30%. But when things are just coasting sideways boring, it's usually down here in like the 10s, 10 to 15%. It adds up. Do you look like a Wall Street guy? In that, do you think you, bro? Why would I want to be a Wall Street guy? Why would I care what I'm wearing? I just came from the gym, my friend. But why would I care what I'm wearing? This is my stream. This is my channel. There are 940 other people here that seem to not care about the clothing choice. Oh man. Now moving on. Moving along. That's goofy. You've been following me since 2020. Let's go, bro. I checked this 3-piece Pokemon. Tom, we're due. I don't know. I mean, that's the thing, right? It's like, when does this ride end? The ride ends eventually. Did it already end and we don't know yet? It's always possible. It'll end eventually. We've seen it end on this. We've seen 2 bull runs. We've seen 2, wait. 2 bull runs. Yeah. Because we started in bear. We'll be on our third, on our third bear. 2 bull runs. Potentially now 3 bear runs. We'll see. It is how it is. It's just the circle of life. Like the Lion King says, it's just the circle of life, bro. If we go into the bear market, it'll be short-lived, QT ending, QE coming. It does seem like a strange combination. Interest rate cuts, QE coming. It just doesn't line up neatly with the 4-year cycle like we've seen pretty predictably over the last, I don't know, 2 decades maybe. Stream crashed at 2 p.m. Just got an email. It was like, here's your Streamlab reports. Higher lows on that chart. I mean, yes. We were really zoomed in. Yes. I don't know. I don't know how excited I can be about this, right? It's pretty brutal. But at some point, if you've been watching this channel for 5, 6, 7 years, like some of you have out there, at some point, it always gets to this. And I've noticed that this cycle has been less predictable this way. There's been other people bullish more often, but in the last cycle, we were always at some point the last bull standing. Everybody gave up. We were still bullish, and it eventually went up more. Then to be the other side of that coin, we also were bullish when it was over for quite some time. So, take it with a grain of salt. It is what it is. Jeez. It doesn't really look like this is over either. Doesn't look like this sell-off is done. Still bleeding. Still bleeding. Bleeding. All right. Against my better wisdoms, and maybe in order to save the rally, in order to stop the bleeding, I'll sacrifice myself. All right. I'll sacrifice it. Now you guys told me not to. Sometimes I gotta disagree with you. 109. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it come perfectly to 100. Watch it. Watch it snipe me. The good news is, if it does snipe me, probably going right back up. Probably that'll be the low. Add more. I love how bearish the chat is. I agree, McCall. I agree. We were talking on, like, literally, I told you guys to remind me the next time that this happens. But we were talking in July, August, even in October, about how everyone else was bullish and we were moving up, and that made me really uncomfortable. It didn't really hit me until October, but everyone was bullish. We were bullish, of course. But I remember saying, this makes me uncomfortable. Typically, this isn't how it goes. And so since October, I've been telling you guys to remind me next time I'm saying it's going higher and everybody else is saying it's going higher, because it's hard for me to notice, so that we can try to process that. We very well could just be seeing this too, guys. We have the death cross coming in probably this week, like into the weekend. We could just be seeing this. Could see that low come in right at the death cross again for the 4th time in a row. We have called the bottoms multiple times with them. I'm less confident in that this time because we already had one this year. I don't know if that really matters. But if it was 2026 and we saw a death cross, I'd be like, oh yeah, I mean, bottom's going to be in there again. Do I own a crown and have I ever wore one on stream? I have not. I don't, and I haven't. It's actually a really good point. Touche. Too shizzle. Litecoin is bearish though. Isn't it hard to fight opinion? Like other people being bearish, isn't it? That just shows you how much of herd animals we are. If you had never seen other people, like you don't watch any content, you don't read comments, you're not on social media, you might not be experiencing any of that panic. But because we have other people around us panicking, we're just hardwired to panic. XRP, yeesh. And it's incredibly hard for us to resist it. Like it's incredibly hard. SPX daily flipped red, but it really hasn't moved. Gold chilling. Vibing. Litecoin down under $100 again. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Oh, Litecoin, you'll be the death of me. You'll be the death of me. Yeah. I just like am good on trading Litecoin for a while. Not selling my Litecoin. Not getting bearish. But dude, every time there's a good setup, just poops through it. This was one of like the last time we had a good setup. It was the beginning of October. And in between, I don't know, October and the year start, I swear, been stopped out like every time I place a Litecoin trade. Good news, Dash is filled. To update you guys here, Dash returned to 67. Called it. After hitting resistance, we shorted it. Reversed the position. How do you feel about that? You think reversing the position is good here? I might not reverse it. I might keep the short open and then open. I would like open maybe a smaller long and then just monitor it. I don't know. But I like 67.35. It finally hit. Didn't look like it was going to. Seems like a good trade. ICP, same boat, but ICP has pushed lower. We did the exact same thing. We've had some sweet trades here. Short that resistance, long support, but it's trading under support. Not ideal. How many hours for CPI index? Is the CPI even coming out? I don't think we're even getting it. We don't even have those like agencies anymore. I don't think we have CPI today. I don't think we get CPI this month, do we? I don't think we get any of that data. Because of the government shutdown, I don't think we have any data. I think even if it was open, we weren't going to get it. Something like that. Am I more bullish or more bearish? Uptober became downtober. Upvember became downvember. Bearvember. And this is annoying. Cyrus, wreck the bulls, wreck the bears, resume long trend. Yeah, I agree. Alts dying for a year straight is a reason to panic. Dude, alts have been dying since 2021. They have been dying since 2021. USDTD plus USDCD ranging. Also got, we don't even really, in reality, we don't even really need to, here, I have that chart. I was going to say, we don't really even need to have USDCD added into it because it's not going to look very much different. It does not. Let's look at USDTD. Back to the trend line, baby. Back to the trend line. Oh, not quite. Each major crash over the last 2 years, crash. Each yearly swing low. USDT has returned to this trend. August 24, April of 25. Interesting. Interesting. As those also were the death crosses. April of this year. August of last year. Death cross. Death cross. Go to USDTD. There's the trend line. Where are we? If only we had actually touched or tapped that top trend. That'd be great. We got so close. So close. Son of a bitch. You know what's starting to line up really well? This is actually starting to line up extremely well. USDTD taps the top trend. So just slightly higher than November 4th. Of course you can see wicks, whatever. But taps the top trend. exactly in the timing of the death cross, which logically would have a sell-off of BTC USD, right? That all is starting to line up at the exact same time. That's kind of cool. It probably is an argument for a lower low coming. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Everything else looks dumpy. Damn. Look at that alpha. That's fire. I don't like it. I don't want it to happen, but I don't know. I'm okay with it. Get one more boom hit to the top of the trend. USD TD moves back to the bottom, back to the low of the trend, whatever. Maybe even just here. Boom, there's your final all-time high this year, Q4. Maybe December, who knows the timing. There's your final all-time high of the cycle. USDT rises again, and the bear market, then the bear market's here. That all lines up pretty well. I guess this is what I'm saying is there's still time for everything to play out exactly as it's always played out in the 4-year cycle. People really ditched that quickly. There's still plenty. There's still like the exact amount of time we need for all of these pieces to line up. The only thing that doesn't fit well into this is alts. Alts don't really line up as nicely as like all these other things are lining up. Perhaps you see, Bitcoin all-time high, final high. Bitcoin's high is in. This is what happened in 2017. Bitcoin's high is in, and then alts run into 2026 for a few months. The majority of them run in January, and then we see February, March, kind of April as random pumps and capital rotates around into different coins. That keeps people bullish. The bear market has already set in, and just like always, the 4-year cycle wraps up in 4 years. Everybody spends the entire cycle chasing the wrong thing. Everyone capitulates on alts when Bitcoin makes this big move just to buy them back as they pump right after Bitcoin's highs. It all adds up. It all works. It all fits into the pretty picture. It's kind of crazy. Where's silver at? Oh, silver. Let's go. I crazily still think silver is going to hit all-time high, or not all-time high, $100 this year. I think it will go higher than 100, but I still think this year, which is bonkers, because that'd be a 2x. That looks awesome. Good eye. Whoever said silver, I haven't been paying attention. Unfortunately, these trades got stopped out, but I think they were still correct. Still seem like the right trades. What do I say? It needs to detach from the rest of the crypto market. It has. It has. Look, where have you been the last few years? Bitcoin has been the only thing running. The only thing that has had a bull run. Some other things have rallied. Many things, and they weren't this year though. They have, some were this year, but others just along the way. Many things have gone back to their all-time highs and just sold off. I'm looking at you, Ethereum. I'm looking at you, Solana. Many things have just tapped all-time highs, swept liquidity, and gone down, which I would say is bearish. Is bearish, but they haven't been. Not Bitcoin has been detached in this cycle, and you can see that. You can see that on a chart, literally. If I could ever find my charts, I have too many tabs open again. This problem plagues me. I wouldn't. Okay. You can see that on the chart here. Bitcoin dominance. This is definitively, mathematically, Bitcoin moving away from the rest of the market, behaving on its own, or detaching, right? Now, I wouldn't jump in front of this idea and say, this means that Bitcoin is permanently going to be detached. I wouldn't make that argument. The correlation was lessening. Was weakening. So it has detached for this run, but I doubt that it will ever be completely detached, simply because liquidity, is trapped in crypto. the stable coins via whatever, these market caps. And so that sloshes around. And I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing either, though. This has been weird. This doesn't line up with what we've seen before. This up to the right Bitcoin dominance is what we saw in the bear market until the bear market ended. In the last cycle, literally, from the bear market start to its very end, when the bull market really began, dominance moved up to the right. In this cycle, dominance has moved up to the right, yet here we are, maybe at the end of the bull run. It's not the same. It's behaving differently. It has, by almost every measure, behaved differently in that sense. And then being what? Weakening of a correlation is what it is. That's been holding up good. It has been holding up pretty well. That's why I didn't close my long on it. It's been holding up pretty well on the dumps. Every time I see Bitcoin move down, I check Ethereum quick and I'm like, oh, my position's not nuked. Like, that's interesting. And that by definition means what? The �BTC is rising. �BTC has very, very, very subtly, very slowly been rising from its low on the 5th of this month, at least. I still think Ethereum hit 0.05 this year, or this cycle. It's probably still a good entry for that. Oh, I just heard my stop loss hit. I don't know if you guys heard that. Just heard my stop on Bitcoin hit. Let's go back. Where the... There it is. I stopped. I know, I bitched out. You guys wanted me to keep it open, but I bitched. The good news is that probably will mark the bottom. You're welcome. At least locally. There we are. Ta-da. I have sacrificed myself so that everyone else can live and thrive. Yeesh. Gage Johnson, Trump giveaway double Bitcoin. Bro, that's absolutely a scam. You might be a bot. Hopefully you're not. If you see a YouTube live stream, it doesn't matter if it has 100 million live viewers of Trump, Elon Musk, Michael Saylor, literally anybody, doubling anything, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, whatever it is, even if they're just doubling your dollars, it's all a scam. Hopefully everyone is familiar with that now. Let's go to live, see if I can find one. Damn. Where did these other 1,000 viewers come from? Bots, maybe. Maybe a wave of bots. I didn't even look. I was scrolling through the YouTube lives looking for these scam streams so I can show you. And we popped up and it said 2.2 thousand. I was like, wait, that's not how many we had. Wait a minute. Maybe bots, maybe new people. Welcome new people. The percent of new viewers has gone up a good amount. Here it is. Here's one. Here's a scam. Here it is. This doesn't say it in the title, but anytime you see Trump or Michael Saylor or any of these dudes with a QR code, that it's a scam. Absolutely a scam. I'm going to report that, actually. Make sure you report them. I know a lot of people think that YouTube doesn't care, doesn't do anything about it. They do. But you'll say, but then why do I keep seeing them? It's because they come back online. They're so profitable that they're able to just, like, they have all these channels like ready to go. As soon as one's taken down, it's like whack-a-mole. And that can be discouraging. But just know that it does do something. That guy's not a scam. That guy might be. He's wearing a wife beater. He's one of those redneck crypto bros that I hear so much about. I'm loving that. Is there any others? There's definitely more. But this is just me hitting the live tab. They'll always have a ton of viewers. It'll be like 30,000 viewers or something. And you'll be like, how could they have that many? It's just fake. It's not real. They're bots. They do that because it makes people think it's real. You've seen this exact play done everywhere in crypto. Fake followings, fake audiences, because it creates authority. It creates a sense of it being trustworthy. Here we go. I thought that my long being close would be enough to save the market. Still could be, but it does not look the best yet. Harry Beaver, absolutely report those channels. You are correct. They are hacked. Those channels are hacked. You're right. But absolutely report them. If you don't report them, what's up, Patrick? John James Power, but Patrick Power. Show you out. If you don't report them, what happens is they'll continue to stay up until someone else does, until they're taken down, and people will get scammed. So the thing is you report them because they're going to get taken down. And this happens all day, every day. YouTube is not stupid. They know that this is a scam that goes on. There's probably 1,000 accounts a day that do this. It's the channel could get punished, but they're going to get punished anyway if that's the case. But you're not like helping save that channel. I'm telling you, you're not like helping them out by not reporting it. The faster it gets taken down, I would even argue, the more likely they are for YouTube to give them a resolution and to like unban them and to get them access back to their accounts. But you're right, they are hacked accounts, but absolutely report them, please. The redneckiest crypto bro of all time. Using stop for Doge? I don't think so. By reporting the channels, you hurt those. No, you are incorrect, Harry. Harry, I do believe though that you have the best intentions at heart here when you're saying this. I know you do. Just trust me, bro. I know about YouTube. This is my full-time job. It's been my full-time. It's been my whole life for like 7 years now. I know about this. You are not going to help the person whose account is hacked by not reporting it. The faster it's taken down, the better. It is what it is. Happy redneck here. Let's go. YouTube, they do care about the scams. You reported multiple, they don't care. They do. They do. You guys, I'm not gonna die on this hill. They do, but the volume, the number of these scams that go on is well beyond what you think it is. You might see a few of them, but there are probably like 10,000 channels right now that are hacked, that are doing this. A lot of them don't rise to the top. A lot of them like you'll never see. But they do. They also ban them. Might not be right away. They do. There's just an infinite supply of people getting phished for their accounts is the problem. Or even, you know, they could buy an account or something. So far, I think my short getting or long getting stopped out is helping the market. Short the sucker down, no mercy, go for it. Oh, you reported the ads, not the channels. I don't know. I'd probably take care of that too, but might be better. What idea of long in the white line? That was my idea. Yes, that was the idea. I just closed my trade for that long. Maybe I should remove this. I closed this trade. Did it live. I did it so that maybe the market can go back up. Oftentimes I get stopped out on a swing low, it reverses, so. Some due diligence. Do I have a page with my background? M4? Not really. I don't have certifications for live streaming crypto trades. Work experience. So all of that information you can just find on my channel, in the sense of I have live streamed here this content for 7 years ish. I have 7 years of receipts, 7 years of doing this, all recorded, all here. That's it. When I started doing this kind of content in 2019, I was like a pioneer of this kind of content. I don't want to say that I totally invented it or something, because I didn't. But when I started this, there was not only like I was like one of, I don't know, a dozen channels at all doing anything like this on YouTube. Not only that, but almost everyone consensus was that you could not apply technical or traditional technical analysis like what we do today and what you see virtually every channel now doing crypto content do. Yeah. The consensus was you could not apply that to crypto markets. I said, I think you can. And here we are 7 years later. Now everybody does it. Literally every crypto channel now is a freaking trading channel. Every single one is wild. But that's my resume. Got the receipts. I've been here. My track record, you know, is whatever. I don't pretend I'm the best trader on earth. I'm a very good trader. Profitable trader over all these years. But certainly I'm not the best in the world. I'm not perfect. I don't get everything right. I get it wrong. But I will take that. I was a pioneer of this crypto trading live content. Not the first, but definitely among the first through the bridge, through the whatever you want to call it. I take pride in that. But if you want to know my background, got my degree in political science. I wanted to be a lawyer. Got an internship with a judge, like my senior year. Spent a summer with a bunch of local lawyers, and after that I was like, I'm good. I don't want to do this. Like, nah, I changed my mind. They basically all made very little amounts of money, like 40 grand a year, 30, 40 grand a year. They all had crippling debt from their law degrees, which is exactly what I was going to do. And and they worked a bajillion hours and it was miserable. And I was like, this isn't what I thought this was. And so I backed out of it. Turns out there's no political science jobs. I wanted to maybe do like lobbying or something. That's not a job you can just get. It's a job that you have to basically be rich for and have connections. So then I did sales for 10 years because I needed to make money. And I got laid off. Couldn't find a job. This was in 2019. Couldn't find a job that was comparable to what I was doing. And I had unemployment. And I said, what do I really want to do? What am I passionate about? And I had been obsessed with crypto for a few years. And I said, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is what I'm obsessed with. It's what I'm passionate about. It was the only thing that I believed in. It's really still the only thing I believe in. That belief is being tested. It was the only thing I've actually believed in my life. Truly believed in. Everything else that I had learned, government. I'm not going to get like too polarizing here, but everything else that I learned in my life was basically a lie. The way the government operated, the way I learned about it in school was a lie. Politics was a lie. A lot of belief systems just were a lie. They all had no truth. And Bitcoin was the first thing that I'd ever encountered that was mathematically, I guess outside of math, which I always loved. Go figure. Outside of math, that was just fundamentally true. And so you couldn't apply for jobs. There was no such thing as a Bitcoin job in 2019. So I said, I've never done any social media, never done anything like this. Maybe I'll just try to make a YouTube channel. Maybe I'll just try to stream. Maybe I'll try to make content. And I had, was it 6 months? I can't remember anymore. It's been so long. 6 months? How long do you get unemployment? 6 months? Either way, I had however many months. It was the first time in my life I could actually, be stable and not have an income. And so I said, all right, I'll have 6 months or whatever it is. And if I can make it profitable, I'll just see where it goes. And here we are 7 years later. Hasn't been easy. Certainly, especially the first few years, man. I had to sell like a lot of my portfolio, keep things floating. But here we are, boys. Here we are. I'm too bearish. How am I bearish? How am I too bearish? How am I bearish at all? That whole story was super bullish. Can you ask me 2 more times? Can we get ETH at 6.5K? Yes, please. Yes, I will allow it. Get the man a soapbox. You're right. That was it. That was the whole story. Here I am. Jesse, when I first started the White House that I was in, that was a backdrop. That was a backdrop, bro. It's always been a green screen. I've never had like my real house or anything in the background. Who's to say those live streams are scams? They absolutely are scams. Harry Beaver, I don't know why you're arguing this. The ones with QR codes, anything, not even just streams, bro. Anyone on any platform through any medium that is going to double your Bitcoin or any of your crypto, and for that point, even your dollars, is a scam. There's no one doing that. That's not a thing. That doesn't exist. It's not even worth entertaining the idea that it's not a scam. In fact, it's dangerous to even suggest that because it's just going to get people to like maybe doubt that it's a scam. Yeah, I don't know. JD Club. Yeah, I don't know. YouTube's weird with its algo. Mitch Ray for the win. Mitch Ray is a part of my lore, my background, my backstory. He was the streamer that I would watch, and he did almost only stocks at that point. But I saw him doing it, and I was like, if he can do this, because he was very successful, he was making good money. I was like, if he can do this with stocks, like charting, trading, you know, making this content, I can do it with Bitcoin. He was a big inspiration for me. I might not be here had I never found Mitch Ray. So shout out to Mitch Ray. He has a lot of crypto now too. Why does this guy think it's real? I'm not sure, Danielle. I'm not sure. I'm confused. I don't know. He's just a troll. I looked at his history in the chat. He doesn't seem like a troll. He just seems like stuck on this idea. You remember finding me on Grindr and here you are? Well, I will say it again, Life with James. There are fake profiles of me on every platform. There are fake accounts of me on every platform. Here you go. Did I save the bottom by closing my long? Did I? I hope I did. I hope it wasn't for nothing. Let's go. There are fake profiles of me on every platform. If you follow me on like Twitter, you will have fake profiles message you. I guess on Grindr too. I will never DM you first. I don't want you to send me money in DMs. I'm not going to invest money for you. I'm not going to trade money for you. But there are on every single platform accounts that will say this, pretending to be me, piggybacking off of my good reputation. And they're all scams as well. That's the thing of the day today is scams. The topic of the day. Can we look at CC? What is that, Margie? What is CC? You just sent me 10K. Nah, I wish, bro. And really, if you guys want to get scammed by, you know, like someone using my profile, just send me the money. I mean, you'll lose it anyway. Just send me the money. I'll just keep it. You know what I mean? I'll just keep it. What's up, Vegas Claw? Richard Hart is launching a new coin. I bet he is. I guess he doesn't have enough hundreds of millions. Bet he is. Sorry to all the Richard Hart fans out there, all the Hexkins. I don't know, man. Shit went to like zero and has stayed there through the entire bull market. I'm not sure at what point you just throw in the towel on it. Starting to think Harry's a scammer. Honestly, he might be. If he continues to like fight this, he might be. If he continues to fight this, we'll just hide him on the channel for real. Because it's strange. It's unusual. Can we do R? What's that? Check this. Let me check this. 2:45. How long have we been live? An hour and 40? Damn. He hasn't said anything since I said that, so maybe he's good. Lots of subs this stream. Starting to think that they're bots. Maybe not. Maybe not. It's not that many, is it? How many do we have at the beginning? Can somebody DVR's enabled? Go back to the beginning. How many do we have at the beginning? What's up, Wen Kai? I see you subscribed. Could be bots. We had a big wave of bots earlier. BitBoy has been streaming. I hope he's gotten the help he needs. Cool Cat, that's also possible, is that he needs to believe it's real because he sent him all his money. That is, we've seen that happen. We have had that happen here. Any collabs these days? Not really. I haven't been collabing. CJ? Who's CJ? Why is he gonna join BitBoy? Shared on Discord for what? What Discord? Jane Doe? I've never heard of that. Seems weird. You want to look at 𝐷. I think I have our. Might have closed it. I had it up recently. Shades. No, I have no coins. Pointed out the scammer's channel. Now I'm wondering why we get bots. I mean, I guess the problem is like it doesn't do anything. I don't know what they think they'd be doing. Like just spending money for nothing. This is the last thoughts on 𝐷. Basically, when we were up here, we're looking for a pullback. It looks like that pullback has been exceeded. Trading under $5. I still think this trade's legit. I was lazy in placing it. It's not like the most thought out one. You can see on the day, there's reason to be looking for some support here. I think logically, what I was thinking is, all right, you break the low or you hit resistance. The dichotomy. There's reason to find support here. Probably a more logical trade, though, would be to move this stop up, get a better risk to reward, or even pull the take profit down, make it a tighter trade. $4.50. I gotta take a shower. I stink. This was placed last week, I do believe. So this looks rough on the week. It's like the long right at the weekly open. It's been a red candle. I think pulling up the stop makes sense. At least we weren't longing 875 like when people were coming in here saying, should I long at 875? That's good. Damn, that's ugly as fuck. Biggest scam not being able to play real music. We had good tunes on earlier. Can I get stopped out again? Is it still? It's still struggling. Maybe. The win effect. Scammers are not an essential piece of the future. Get out of here. BitBoy doesn't see himself before. Yeah, I think what he really is he is himself. He wasn't himself before, I think is the thing. I think he was being influenced. What's up, Mitch Ray? There he is. Mitch Ray, my guy. I was just talking about you. I was just shouting you out. Good dude. Good dude, this guy. Part of the Tom Crown origin story. That's what I was telling him. I was telling him about the good old days, Mitch. The good old days. Here's Mitch's channel. Go give him a subscribe. Let's get him to 100K. Good dude. Personal friend of mine. Inspiration. When hot tub stream. He's an OG. Yeah, dude. BitBoy found me when I had like 10,000 subs and he had like 70, 80,000. He was like, come on my channel, dude. He's like, I like what you're doing here. Come on my channel. And gave me a big break. Like I was close friends, or I thought so. I was very close and I liked BitBoy a lot. Loved Ben. Like I loved him. He was a really good friend of mine. When we met in 2019. And you know, that went on for years. But I don't know, by like 2021, by whenever the crash out was, right? He just wasn't himself anymore. And we had grown apart long before that. Yeah, I mean, things change people. Time changes people, but, you know, I'm not going to even talk shit on him anymore. I don't think it needs to be done. But, you know, drugs, situations, they change people, and I don't think that was him. So I hope he found help. It seems like he did. Good for him. I think he has a long road ahead of him still. Still need to make amends to all the people you hurt. But, you know, until then, I don't think he deserves empathy. Glad to see he's doing better. What's up? LUQX over on Twitch. You're lonely over there. We're at Bitcoin. We're at youtube.com/Tom Crown. What? I just got a weird message from my doctor. What is my doctor? What? Oh, okay. It was a voicemail. It was like with your doctor, and it was like the wrong name. I was like, that's not my doctor's name, but it was a voicemail. It's auto-translated. That's probably why. Okay, we've been live for like 2 hours, boys. Bitcoin is struggling. We're struggling. I'm still bullish. Bullish on this channel. Let's go. 50% of people have been watching for longer than a year. Let's go. It's dope. Shout out to our sponsor of this episode, MetaSignals, metasignals.io, in the video description below. And pinned to the top of the chat. Check them out. There's only a few days left to get the lifetime membership with them. Get it. Get it. If you're looking for an exchange, our exchange partner, BYD-Fi, in the video description below, and no KYC. Get bonuses using my link. The biggest value is if you use my link, really with any of these services, any of these things, any of my affiliate links, if you sign up using mine. Not only does it support the channel and this content and prevent me from scamming and grifting. No, I'm just kidding. Kind of. I also will give you the biggest value that anyone has ever offered you, period, in crypto and with any of the shit. If you use my link and you have any issues with said exchanges, tools, indicators, programs, whatever it is, if you have any issues, you can open a ticket in my Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown. Open a ticket, let me know what's going on, and I will advocate on your behalf. Meaning I will go to my insiders, my inside dudes working at these exchanges or with these tools, and I'll say, someone who is my customer, my viewer in my community has an issue. Here's their issue. I need you to escalate it. I need you to do what you can to fix it, etc. I will go to bat for you. I've done it for a bunch of you guys out there. I'm happy to do it for anybody at all. Happy to do it. It's the biggest value ever. There it is. We're going to be live again on Friday. We're live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here and often in between. What's up, S Pinwar? What's up, dude? But I need to shower. I went right from the gym to here. I don't smell great. I also want to go play some Ark Raiders. There's also that. Yeah. So jump in the Discord, sign up with the BYD-Fi, MetaSignals, all the goodies. We will be live again sooner than you think.